This is This Week in Car Audio. Tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in. This Week in Car Audio. Tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in. We'll be talking about bass, talking about chips, talking about rings. You ain't got them, zip your lip. You got a problem you haven't found, check your grounds. The show about to start. Tune in, 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 tune in. This Week in Car Audio. Yeah. Tune in. This Week in Car Audio.
Somebody says, "Oh, that's better."
Can you hear?
Oh,
Steve? I can hear you. Oh, here we go.
oh, you guys can hear me? Oh, okay. All right. So first today's guest, we all know, Dave Bradshaw, president of Team Send It. Says so here as we did the fact checking.
Oh,
Right.
fact checking now.
Yeah, you know how nowadays they do fact checks and
Test
stuff
one.
like that. But
Keep going. I'll let you know. You guys can hear me, but nobody else can.
wow, weird.
So apparently you guys can hear Doug, but or we can hear Doug, but you guys can't. So
Yeah, man. Some of the stuff he says about you guys.
Oh
Jeez.
man, that's why,
That's kind of messed up, Doug. Can't believe
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I know.
Test.
So,
One,
So
two.
just here,
Hey, can you guys hear me
Dave.
now? Hold on a second. I think they can
Oh,
hear me now. Oh,
yeah, someone says, yeah,
oh,
Alex,
good.
Mr.
Alex Gonzalez says,
Foe,
All three.
it's
there
There
we
Fa,
we
go.
go.
Mr. King, Mr. Good. All right. All right. Hey, sorry about that, guys. We got it going. Ooh, I got a bad echo in my ears. Is it you guys too?
No.
No.
Okay. How about the people listening at home? Can you guys, do you have the bad echo too? Or is it just me? Um, anyway, welcome once again to This Week in Car Audio with your host, the judge, and Jeffrey Fernandez. That's a movie star and TV sensation, internet wannabe. I mean, nah. How's it going today, Jeffrey?
Good, good. How about yourself? Well, I guess aside from the technical difficulties we got going on here in the beginning, but
Yeah.
we'll work through it.
Well, I just had an upgrade. Oh, good. They're saying no echo on there, and it's just my end. Okay.
Okay.
Um, I'll get that fixed at a later time. We just had a upgrade on the system, this program, and I should have tested it after the upgrade. My bad. So, our guest this week. Oh yeah, we got the guy, 470 members strong so far or so. But yes, we got Mr. Dave Bradshaw, president of Team Send It, president, founder. I don't know what else you want to call him. Hardcore competitor, as it says in there. He does Mecca. He does. What was this one you said you did a couple weeks ago?
I do IASCA, and I just tried out NADBL,
NADBL. There you go.
National SPL League.
Along with DB Drag, obviously.
Adam,
DVD.
right? Adam Russell. I think Adam.
Yep,
does
Adam Russell.
Oh, okay. Did he do part of that show up there in Reading?
Yeah, he actually ran his tent,
Okay.
and then you had Richard over doing Mecca, and then you had Ray Pimley and Jose doing IASCA.
Okay. Cool. Why is somebody texting me pictures of bowling balls? Oh, they want me to join a tournament.
Are you sure the
Bowling
balls?
Yeah.
What's going on over here?
Those are really pretty balls.
Does it have a rose in it?
No, these ones didn't. I was actually bowling at the National Bowling Stadium this weekend on Saturday and Sunday. Did all right. Beat quite a couple. I beat a couple of the National Touring Pro guys.
Did you make some money?
I did.
Nice.
I made about $1,500 cash when it was all said and done. So yeah,
I need to learn how to bowl. I'm doing it wrong. Yeah.
wasn't horrible. So yeah, so no, I did pretty good. Averaged like 245 for the weekend. So it's not too bad. That means I was allowed to miss 3 strikes a game. So the rest.
That's about how many strikes I get in the whole game. 3.
So, yeah, so I was feeling myself this weekend. That's good.
Nice.
Anyway, so Dave, one of the kind of things we wanted to go over too. Let's just start with the team stuff. Can you tell people about your team, how people actually can be part of a team, what to look for when they're looking for a team, and that kind of thing?
I think with the team that I'm part of is it's camaraderie. It's gelling well. It's having a love for just audio and just having fun. When I initially put the groundwork in for the team, it wasn't about being loud. It was about I seen a lot of people that want to be part of something. And they weren't on that level to where other teams would take notice, but they had it in them. And I've seen it. I've seen a lot of guys at the shows that couldn't compare to a lot of the guys that were out there. And they never got a second look from the teams, but we all became friends and we hung out. And if you look at my team now, a lot of them are national competitors. Adrian, He went, in Cyclone, he got second at World Finals. Even if you compare his score against the East Coast, he was above everybody over there. He lost to Jose. You got Julio out there smashing windshields now. You had Stefan. He's out there just building stuff and selling stuff. You got Jeff Schultz that started doing a 143 when I met him. Now he's in 56s, 57s. We just constantly building. Chris and his wife Clara, they started small. Now they're into 52s, 53s, and keep getting louder. Just everybody's grown on the team. And
Sean?
It's just, Sean. Oh yeah, Sean's been, him and Janet are awesome. They, started doing, 115s, 119s full volume. But now he's up there. He's like within, 5/10 of his 50. And that's, and he's right there. And he's over here splitting his roof on his Jeep now. That poor little car he just got. He's already split the roof on it. So yeah, it's just everybody's constantly growing. Got some team members coming back. Steve Fonte. He's been switching stuff in and out. Coming back with some major heat. He's doing a 55 now. And more. On music. So, it's just, that was it. It was just building something, and as we grew our stereos, we grew our friendships.
Okay. So somebody actually does have a legitimate question here. Tiffany out of Barbados, she wants to know, how many actual team members do you really have?
See, 1, 2, 3, 5.
He's counting chapters now, so you guys.
Now I got 5 in Reading with 2 pending, 2 prospects up there. I have 2. I started a chapter in Washington. Jane and Corey Collins, they started that chapter up there, and they have prospects in the works. So they started that chapter. There's 2 up there. Mm-hmm. Then let's see, me. I'm trying to think. Shoot, man.
Is it like a inside joke that? Many members, or I don't. Maybe I'm not. I don't understand too much, but
at one time,
that's kind of what it sounds like.
At one time, it was just. I think the joke stems from. For a while there, it was just me and another person, and then within one season, it kind of morphed into like 17 to 19 members, and we looked like a bunch of ants on a sugar cube when we were racing cars. We were just, it just came out of nowhere. So, it's lucky, came with the joke, because we grew so fast and became one of the largest teams in California so quick.
Yeah. So it's just, they grew excessively fast. I mean, they like you said, they really went from 2 members, to, like you said, 17 members, and it really, in Lucky's eyes, it seemed like all you had to do was ask Dave, and you were on his team. I mean, realistically, right? I mean, that's how he perceived it. Not saying that was the.
Maybe you could explain that to us, Dave. So, what does it take to become a member? Is it something that's like a formal process? I know you had said something about
it's there is a prospecting period. Right. But when the team is having this person around, we look deeper at the person. How dedicated are they? Do they really love cardio? Is this a weekend warrior person? Mm-hmm. And a lot of the people that came, they had a passion, and a lot of them wanted to be part of something fun. And they seen us out there having fun, because that's mostly what we promote, is having fun. Having fun is first, placing is second. I don't push the team to, you have to go qualify for World Finals. You have to do this. No, go out there and have fun. This is what the hobby is about. And I think for a long time, I noticed a lot of teams and things have got away from that. They got so sucked into the competition mode that I think they lost the whole point of the reason why they were there in the first place, was to go and be around like-minded people of having fun. And that's what I wanted to install into this team.
So Jeffrey, how does that compare to Team XSSPL on how you were part of that team?
Oh man, when I got on the team, it was kind of rough. Well, I think more so is seeing the same guys at the same, same competitions, and, kind of just gravitating, like you said. And what I tell people all the time too, you want to surround yourselves with like-minded people, with similar goals, because, that's the only way you can really grow.
Mhm.
It wasn't until, man, I went out to my first world finals where, and I tell this all the time. I placed 13th place, right? So I was like, hey, man, this kind of sucks. So I ended up seeking out Chad Geary. I'm sure you guys know who he is.
Yep.
So I hit him up. I was like, dude, I got to get louder. And that's kind of when, he kind of maybe took me under his wing, and then, rebuilt my car, and, kind of taught me basically maybe 80% of what I know now in SPL. So I think just hanging out with those guys, and not really so much as saying, hey, let me be on the team, because nobody, I guess maybe you don't really want to see that, somebody coming up just saying, hey, let me be on the team. You want to be able to prove, hey, my car's loud. Let your car do the talking. Let your actions do the speaking. So um, I think maybe at one point I hit him up about being on the team, and it was like, okay, I think Chad, I kind of grilled me a little bit, but he was messing around. But I think that's kind of like, how it is nowadays. You just don't really let people, on the team, so to speak. You want to be able to see their drive. You want to be able to see, like Dave was saying, are they in it just for the weekend? Are they hardcore competitor? Similar goals,
And,
similar.
and I think XSSPL, and the way I saw XSSPL ran was you guys were driven for world titles. You guys wanted world
Right.
championships, and that's and like I said, Team Send It. Not that they're not going that way, but that's not their primary focus. Where I do believe Team XSSPL. I mean, there was no other focus for you guys other than getting that national title for each and every one of your members.
Right. I mean, there's different goals, I guess,
Yeah.
maybe for different teams.
Well, I mean that's your
Um,
like-mindedness, right?
right.
Everybody that was on your team
I
was
guess so. Yeah.
like-minded to be
Hmm.
national titleist. I mean, that was everything was driven that direction. Team Send
Right.
It, like you said, not that they don't want to be national titleists, but they're definitely driven to having fun at the shows
Hmm.
and helping each other out.
Correct. And as the team is growing, what I wanted them to understand is there it comes a cost. Are you willing to sacrifice that cost? Do you have the deep enough pockets? There's some people on the team that have those pockets.
Oh, like
Mine is not one
literal
of them.
costs.
Yes, I mean, new amps, battery power, alts, traveling, lodging, just time away from your family. I mean,
Yeah.
there's sacrifice there that
Sacrifice. Yeah.
some are willing and have done, and some of them are not in a position to do that. And it shouldn't negate them from being, to be on a team locally, and they can make local shows and show their dedication. But then there's further dedication, state, out of different southern part of the state, and another state, Washington, Oregon, world finals over in Kentucky. You got, some people can do that, some can't, and I didn't want that to be a determining factor,
Right.
for them. I still wanted them to be part of something. And I have a great group of guys. I don't look at them as teammates. I look at them as extended family members.
Mhm. And hey, if we just got every one of the Team Send It guys to watch this podcast, damn, dude, we would break all kinds of records.
You might start getting paid for these.
I know.
Serious.
But anyway, no, that's cool. Like I said, it's the like-minded thing. Another thing Dave does for us at the shows, we do beat the boss, and since he's not good enough to make it to the finals in any of the base race classes,
Wow. Wow.
he gets to run the mic.
Coming from somebody that has never beat me and beat the boss. I'm 4-0 against you.
You've actually made it to beat the boss before?
Oh, Jesus.
I don't remember
Apparently,
that.
Yeah, because I whooped your ass so bad that you lack a memory. I didn't take that $10 from you each time and say, go and apply that to a next class. Go ahead, I only have to pay to compete when I go up there. I just beat him, and then he just pays my fees.
It pays for itself, right?
You know, if I learned how to bowl, I'd go there and take his money too.
Anytime, brother. Anytime.
Don't tempt me. You have a team standard bowler squad roll up in there.
Bring him.
Ooh,
I mean,
Yeah, I roll deep with my squad. I trust you that. Trust me that. Yeah, I'm going to a Bowl Hawaiian tournament in October. I've already got 20 guys, and I had to turn away about another 10. So,
you go to Hawaii. See, again, deep pockets. I don't have those.
well, we're not bowling in Hawaii. We bowl in Vegas, but it's the Hawaiian tournament.
Oh, I got you.
Dude, big money. All you have to do is win a single high game pot for like $1,900. So,
Well,
and I usually
that's a
win
big
at least.
earn.
I usually
That's where
win
Big
for-
Earn and Munson might roll up on you.
That's right.
Boy, Munson.
I'm usually not bad at winning at least one of those pots a year. So, if not more than that. So, I do my own. I'm okay. Anyway, yeah, so that's cool. Let's so tell us about some of your national records that you currently have.
Right now, cruiserweight, base boxing, and
National record holder currently.
yeah, it's world record was 152 average. I'm doing a 154 average at all 3 runs, sealed, 1 door and both doors open.
Okay.
I'm 2 dBs ahead of that. Advanced 2. Last time I checked, last year's world record was 155.5. Then it changed. I set the world record at IASCA World Finals. Had it for a week. Got smashed by OG Walt Johnson. He got me. You know. This year, because the world record reset every year. Last I checked, I had the world record. It's a 155.9 under 4,000 watts. I did 3x, but I don't know if they're going to consider it a world record because it wasn't world record judges there, but it is the highest in the nation. That last I seen a couple weeks ago.
Cool.
There has to be world record judges there, like
Papa son?
Travis, and them like that.
Travis.
He was in Mexico, I believe, at the time. Let me see what else. Mecca just jumped on the nation top 3. XMS, I did a 58.5 at under 4,000 watts in the kick. So I got jumped on the top 3. Still learning that organization. It's a fun org. It's something different. I may get some of these wrongs. Let me see what else. Park and pound. I'm new to that. 5th or 6th, something like that. But I average like a 120, almost a 126 for 30 seconds from 6 feet away.
Okay.
Like where Ray Maestas, he's in the 60s, killing it nationally. He's doing like a 41 from 6 feet away.
So he's burping 60s, but
no, he's doing music. He's doing music for 30 seconds, and Mecca is 6 feet out and 54 inches high, where the mic's at.
That's Park and Pound.
Park and Pound, yeah. And
I think I saw a video. He was doing I think it might have been a 140.
Yeah, he actually set a bigger one up in Reading this last week. I think it was a 41. He was killing it with a 40 in the Nationals. Now he's even just increased his lead, his dominance. But again, that's Ray Maestas. What are you gonna say? You know, dude's been kicking ass and taking names for a long time. So, a lot of respect and hats off to him. He's a beast.
Oh, so speaking of which, I do want to bring up, since Team Send It is a team thing, World Finals. Did you happen to see the new World Finals post by Wayne Harris?
Canada?
No, wasn't
Points
by
requirements.
Wayne. Points
right?
requirements, yeah, and fees, right?
Did not.
Oh, so let me share that with you guys.
I was waiting to see because I seen a post. I believe you said someone had asked you when the next when DB Drivers are going to start doing shows. And I think you said once a week starting in May.
Yeah, that's what. No, we'll do at least 3 to 4 months.
At least 3. Okay.
Yeah, starting in May. That's what we do every year.
Okay.
But no, let me pull this up real quick. So he had a fee structure. That was public, right? That he did that fee structure.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to find it here on Facebook right now.
Hey, I was curious. While you're digging
Right.
around for that, I had a question. Both of you guys are the judges. I know a lot of people have kind of felt bummed that Wayne took the West Coast finals away, um, and he's only doing the East Coast, right?
Yep.
But I just seen a post. They're doing the Canada World Finals now.
It's not a Canada. It's a Canadian finals only. So it's one location for Canada, just like one location for Brazil, which is all South America. One location for Europe, so all the Europe locations.
Okay.
So it's just a Canadian World Finals, and I don't think we're going. Were you headed up there for that one, Jeffrey?
For Canada,
Yeah.
um, Ray hits me up.
Yeah, Ray hasn't
Down
hit
to
me
go.
up about either. I don't know. I'm not
But
afraid to go to Canada.
he's like a one man,
Yeah.
judging team.
Yes.
So I,
Oh, and he's also
he'll
got Stefan, right? He's still got a team mini up there with him helping
right,
him
yeah.
out, and then he's got Bass Girl helping him out with the mics also. So I mean,
Yeah. So
it's
Ray Choi, if you're watching this, you're listening. Hey, hit me up. I'm down to go to Canada. I got my passport ready to go.
All right. So here's what Wayne Harris and DB Drag has decided to do this year. So all contestants must compete at least one 3X event, which yeah, it's not going to be difficult, right? Extreme vehicles 40 points, all other classes 75. In DB Drag. Base race 75 points, top dog 50 points, cyclone 50 points, freestyle 50 points. Shit, most of the guys in California already have all that. But World Finals entry fees. So before September 16th, entry fee is only, so this, what he's calling this is his what did he call it? Gas saver special, right?
Gas saver special.
Yeah,
Early
yeah,
bird
yeah. So
finals
if you
registration.
just pay the fee for World Finals, it's $200 if you do it before September 16th. After September 17th, it is $250. After the 21st, it's $300. After the 25th, it's $350. On site is $500.
Jesus.
Yep. I mean, well, if you're gonna go, you're gonna go, and
Yeah.
most people know
No,
that.
I know that I have a couple teammates that are looking to make the drive.
Cool. So
Julio.
here's the other thing that he's doing. He's calling it the gas saver special because he started looking at gas price and goes, holy crap, this is gonna get expensive. So if you register and pay $350 before July 1st, you get the instead of having to get, let's see, just we'll go DB Drag because I'm not an extreme guy, don't have many of them here. So you would need 50 points instead of 75. So you actually can buy off part of your points to save on gas money, but you still have to hit a 3X. Top Dog, Base Race, Cyclone, or no, I'm sorry, Top Dog, Cyclone, and Freestyle goes to 35 points if you pay the 350, and Base Race goes to 50 from 75.
I just added the link onto the comments here on Facebook.
Thank you,
So
Jeffrey.
check that
Yeah,
out.
sounds like you need an Excel spreadsheet for all that.
Well, it's not too bad.
Jesus.
It's harder to explain it than to when you see it on paper. It works out really well. So, but yeah, no, that's definitely for people that are
So
in
the
bad areas. Yes.
The earlier you register, the least expensive and the least amount of points is needed. It's
Well,
kind of
no,
what
no,
that
no,
sounds
because
like, right? Or-
the 350. So if you register early, that'd be the $200 fee. If you're
Right,
just
okay.
registering. So say you're up in Andy's area, it's difficult to get all the points you need for World Finals in Andy's area, right? You can get them, but it's difficult. Somebody's got some echo. Anyway, if somebody that lived in say Andy's area paid the 350 instead of the 200 by July 1st, they would only need 50 points instead of the
okay.
75. Right, so it saves them
Right.
25 points, which is potentially driving to 4 events. So,
Interesting. I know. I know. Some of us on the team have been talking about possibly going over and possibly getting with other teams to maybe go in on one of those giant car haulers you see that take cars to like dealerships and stuff.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
You know.
So
Yeah.
Gary Killian's looking into that
Mhm.
to put together a group for some car hauling. So Jeffrey's done that before. He's been part of one of
Oh,
those groups.
many years. Had some
Yeah.
good experiences, some not so good, but for the most part, man, if you want your car there and you don't feel like driving, you just want to fly out there, that's probably the best thing. It's probably the
Yeah.
best thing to do.
Yep.
What does that normally cost for people that may be interested? We're like back when you did it, and
Yeah.
then maybe now. What's the price increase or something like that?
It was anywhere from like 900 to 1100 bucks round trip.
Yep. Well, it
It's
depends
not
on how
bad at
many
all.
vehicles you
Yeah,
had
it's not
too,
bad.
right? Because
Right. Yeah,
XSSPL would take the entire
the more
transport.
vehicles you put on the truck, the cheaper it's going to be.
Yeah.
They charge by the weight or vehicle or size. 'Cause
Well.
my CRX could probably fit in the back cabin.
It's funny you say that because I think usually Roger would always talk to the car hauler guys, but um, I think they are always under the impression that it's just regular cars. You can drive up onto the ramps, but we had these extreme cars where you had to fit in this little tiny compartment and stuff like that. So I mean, it's not really so much as by the type of vehicle, but I think a lot has to do with weight.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking because, like for instance,
Going through scales and stuff.
some time ago, Doug was doing a show up in Reno. Remember Ray Miasis went up there.
Yeah.
I think it was surf or something, or I think it was not surf.
No, it was down in
Scott.
Vegas.
No, Scott. Was it Vegas? Oh, it was Vegas.
Vegas when his
right?
truck broke down. Yeah.
And
okay.
he tried to put it on Anthony Cap's little bug trailer.
Yep.
It just collapsed, just sandwiched that thing, man.
No way.
And they were like, nope, not gonna happen. I seen pictures of that. I was like, Jesus,
Yep. And, I
Ray's
mean,
got a lot of-
Anthony drove all the way down to help him out, and then ended up he couldn't, right?
Yeah.
So, but
I mean, just call around, let or if I mean Gary already knows what's going on. So
Yeah.
I mean, he knows what type of vehicles are going to be hauled, and man, if it works out, shoot, man, you guys got a lifeline right there.
Yeah. My teammate just chimed in and said he has a guy with a 3-car hauler. So
yeah.
All right, I'll be talking to you later, Alex.
And then also Justin Stolman, I don't remember what he had. He had like a 4-car hauler or a 5-car hauler too. So I'm not sure what he charges. But like I said, Gary's reached out to a few of his local trucker buddies and guys that are, definitely friendly to the Basehead community, and see if we can't cut some deals for us West Coast guys.
Well, hopefully they have a trucker rally going to D.C. on the weekend finals, man. I can just hitch a ride. Go in the back real quick. Just going to go protest. Just drop me off in Kentucky or Louisiana or wherever it's at. Yeah.
So no, like I said, so that's cool. So you do have a couple of guys and planning to attend World Finals then?
Yeah, Julio. Got some things in the works. G14 classified, but definitely coming out. Doing a Mike Tyson heavy hitter.
Okay.
I've been thinking about it since he's been wanting to go. I know Adrian this year, he's working on some things. Little Adrian's, so he's not going to be in it this year because he's getting some things dialed in. And I know there's a few other teammates that would like to make the trip over there, but it was depending on if we can get all the vehicles over there. Because some of these guys have no, like Jeff, he has lithium banks down the center console behind the seat in his hatchback. I mean, I couldn't imagine driving that thing for, how many hours it takes to get over there. So definitely looking at options.
Well, Gary Killian drove across country one time with Greg Colin, and dude, he said Greg is the most foul-smelling guy. When he rips one, he goes, "Oh, good Lord!" Then there was nowhere to hide. Dude, they were sleeping in the they were sleeping in the ports of his car, and yeah. And he goes, that subwoofer box kind of amplifies that smell too. Not doesn't it doesn't just amplify subwoofer sounds, but it amplifies the smell from Greg's. They call him colon for a reason.
Oh, no.
If that was the case, that's when I would have started clipping the subs just so I can get a different smell in there. Clip them.
So, but that was a 2.5 or 3 day trip for Gary. He drove all the way from Reading to Florida one year for that World Finals that they had over in Florida. So, yeah, I mean, that's definitely dedication, and not everybody can do that. And I believe that Wayne is going to bring back the satellite locations for World Finals after this year, because this is a very special thing. It's the 25th year of DB Drag, so he wants to go huge with this. So much so that it's going to be a DB Drag only World Finals. We're not going to have Mecca. Right. We're not going to have Iasca. We're not going to have USEC. Yeah, it's not unified at all. This is going to be our show. We're going to do what we got to do, and we're going to try and make it as seamless and fun, and they're going to have the after party again, right? So they're going to have the competitor party. So he's going to add that back in there, which is for some of you guys that remember the old school stuff, and when we start talking to some of these old school competitors, the competitor party was kind of where it was at. Mm-hmm. That was the greatest thing about the World Finals back when it was only in one location, because you get to see all these guys that you never seen. Exactly. It's the Canadians, right? You get the Canadians there. Hey, you even get the guys from where were they from? Norway or Sweden or something, right? And then
Sweden?
you get the. Okay. I think it was Sweden,
Cactus
right?
Sounds.
Yeah, you get Cactus Sounds. You get the Germans out there. You get Big Okie. You get Box from France. You're getting all these guys from all over the world come in and just hang out and get drunk and do things and get us kicked out of hotel rooms, and
So Doug, are you going to be the auctioneer judge in the lanes at finals?
I may be. I truly try to be entertaining when I'm on the microphone and try to bring as much entertainment and attention to the people in the lanes, and if that's what Wayne feels is best for the event, then that's where I'll be. If he feels the best thing for me is to go out and judge cars, putting mics in cars, it doesn't matter to me. I'm there as a hand. So, just like Jeffrey, right, Jeff?
Yep. Yep.
So we get placed in our position.
We all have our different roles and stuff like that. So.
Yep.
No, I just asking because I've never been to a show with Jeffrey, but I think besides finals. But I've done a lot of shows with Doug, and that's always been one of the consensus across the crowd and new competitors involved is Doug is just fun to watch and listen to. He sounds like he sells cattle on the weekends. He just the
auctioneer, right?
Yeah, he sounds like an auctioneer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fun unless you're named Jimbo and you're from Canada,
and you're not used to it.
And you're not used to it, and it throws you off.
Yeah. Or if you have a Hispanic name, and he tries to roll the R's, or he calls Julio Julio.
I over Hispanic some names and under Hispanic others.
Yeah, if your name's Bob, you're okay, you're safe. But, anything.
That's why on the term lab, I'll turn on the voice and have them just read off the names.
Yeah.
Say, hey, over here in lane 1, in lane 2.
Yeah, I tried the voice thing, but it to me, I mean, for me and what I like to do, it feels like it drags my show.
It does a little bit in some spots.
Yeah, because it's not as quick as me about getting the people introduced and this and that, because it's very deliberate. And so I'm at a little more trying to feel the pace of moving the guys along and whatnot. So
I kind of feel that. I know going to Doug's shows for so long, you get used to him announcing and things like that. And then when I went to I.C.A or Mecca and they had the little automated computer, I was
Mhm.
like, hey, that kind of sounds official, you know, it's the computer talking. But now I'm like,
Official.
God, will you just shut this thing up and can we move on? You know, like, you know?
Yeah, because I mean, you wait
So,
for it, right? Because
yeah.
Right.
you push the ready button. In lane 1, we have
Yeah.
Dave
It's like
Bradshaw.
too much
No, it sounds,
information sometimes.
Yeah,
no, actually it says Dave Brishaw.
Brishaw.
Dave Brishaw.
Yeah, Dave Brishaw. His last round was 149.2.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This score is higher.
Yeah.
Now you just beat me to it. This score is
Yeah.
higher than his previous run.
Yeah.
At that point, I'll just hit mute. All right, who's next? Who's next? Come on up.
Come
So-
on, people.
So, Tristan out in Bridgetown, Barbados, on the YouTube side,
Tristan.
he asked us, so what is your favorite category or format?
That's a hard one. I
Hey,
started
you ain't
out
gonna hurt
race
our
racing.
feelings.
No,
You
no,
don't
that's
say
a hard
baby
one.
drag.
I started out base racing, then I went to Top Dog. Top Dog is like always fun, man. It's just, you know, it's just
Mhm.
don't matter how loud you are or anything, just everybody against everybody. It's just fun. You have,
Right.
you know, that way you don't, you know, you got everybody. If you want to go against a 70 car and you're doing barely a 30, you can go against them and say, you know what, you may be 15 times louder than me, but I beat you, you know?
Yep.
So it gives those opportunities, you know, for people. And I've been in that position where I was like, I'll never be as loud as this guy, but I went against him in Top Dog, and you know what? I walked away with the W, so that felt good.
Mhm.
Going into I.C.A, when I did the Hatch 2, basically a 5K stock wall. It was just, you know, a 4K limit. But when I tried base boxing, I fell in love with that. The
Mhm.
base boxing is awesome. Really like that one. Mecca, I enjoyed Mecca. I recently did the XMS. You could put the mic wherever in the kick, wherever you want it. Door open, window open, one door, whatever you want to do, just to see what maximum SPL there that is in your car. I know, you know, people, oh, you measure in a kick, you know, and you see the memes of people that are upside down in the kick, you know, says, you know, that's not the way I listen to music. But I don't look at it like that. I look at it as in the car at some point somewhere, there is that amount of SPL in the vehicle. May not be at the headrest like Mecca does the headrests where
Right.
you're actually sitting, which I thought was nice because, you know, it's not like you're on the glass like this either, you know, listening to it.
Mhm.
So the headrest one was nice because it seemed more realistic of what someone is experiencing as a demo.
Mhm.
I think the new favorite I have, and my Jeff Schultz, my teammate, we both did it up in Reading, was the NADBL. They have a class that is really, really cool. It is called, it's like base race, really cool. It was a genius idea. So you get 2 runs. So they have what you call 280, 290, 300 classes. So you get 2 runs. So I did 150 point something my first run. You have to average 300 between the 2 scores. You can't go over.
Okay.
So the next one, well, the first one I did 149, and then he came over to me and he said, you need a 150.27 to equal 150.00. If I went 0.01, I was out. So I did the second run and I did a 150.26. So my score was 299.99.
Okay.
Because it's just like base racing, you got to work the knob, and that was really interesting.
What, was it peak SPL or average?
It's a 30-second average.
Average. Okay.
So you're controlling it. Whatever you get on the first score. So if you were in the 280 class, you have to do 2 runs of 140.
Okay.
280. Okay.
And then they had a 260, and they have a, you know, and then they have like a 320. So you're doing 160, 160. That'd be like a Ram Asses class, you know. You know, so it was interesting. So there's some neat orgs out there that offer some different things. Then he had one called Port. It's not called Port Wars. It's called Port Effer. So
Effer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
you know,
The Pootie
Effer.
Pounder.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that part, but it's called that. And then I tried that, and I guess the record was 168 point something. That was by Adam. He had the record in it.
Okay.
And I know Moses Martinez went up there. He did 67 something, and you know, a lot of people were going up there. And then I went in and did a 71.96 in the port. So, but that also let me know what I could possibly do at U.S.A.C down when we do the show in a couple weeks. Okay. But yeah, I mean, it was.
When's the U.S.A.C show?
The 23rd.
Oh, okay.
No, 24th. It's a Sunday, I believe.
Yeah.
It's Race Wars. They're doing U.S.A.C and.
Oh, that's in Sonoma, right?
Sonoma Raceway, correct.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. And then you, Doug, when are you going to throw your first show? When? Where?
So since you don't pay attention to my my DB drag site on
I do. It's just
Sonic
been busy
Effects.
building my car.
Actually, Autorama called me out of the blue on Thursday last week, or is it Thursday or Friday? And says,
you didn't get canceled?
And says, "Hey, we want you back." I know that doesn't mean anything to you, Dave, but Jeffrey can attest. Autorama. Well, no, I mean, I don't think. Did you ever go to the Autoramas I did, Dave?
Yeah, but
you did.
You didn't know me because I was a spectator then.
Oh, okay. So my last Autorama, I had 166 entries, right?
Yeah.
So Jeffrey was part of Autoramas for years. We got people coming from all over. Not this year's Autorama, but next year's Autorama. I've already got commitments. Rob Culler, Dan Horner are both going to drive out here for that event. So just so you know, I mean that's the kind of thing.
It's like a car show lifestyle event, also.
Yeah,
right?
it takes over the entire Cal Expo.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Maybe you can help me with the memory I have. I went to an Autorama.
Okay.
My son was in a stroller. He's 25 now.
Okay, I was there.
I
was there.
He was inside though. He was inside one of the buildings. And I remember seeing a stroker van pull up.
Okay.
And he had the little deck, and they had the Christmas tree. And that same year I was there, Power Acoustic back in that day had a yellow truck that looked like the Gravedigger. Do you remember that one?
So
it was in the corner, and it had 32 12s in it. That's when they had the old Apache amplifiers.
So that really sounds like Alma Gates's ride. I don't know that was it, but that's the time Alma Gates was going to Autorama too.
Okay, yeah, because I just remember that yellow truck. It was lower, it was the same body as the Gravedigger, and then
not the same body. Hers wasn't the same body.
No, it wasn't the Bronco. I know who Alma Gates is. And then the stroker van. I remember that when he was setting up in the building, we were leaving because it was too loud for my son. I had to leave and have my mom with me. We were out in the parking lot, and he was burping that thing inside the building, and we were all the way across. It was setting off alarms across the street from Cal Expo.
Yeah, that sounds like Cal Expo.
I can't remember whose van that was, though.
I honestly don't know.
Stroker?
Yeah, Stroker. I don't remember a Stroker sponsored vehicle.
Yeah, it had a shitload of strokers in it, and it was white, and the back of it all had linear power amplifiers.
Linear power?
I don't remember that vehicle. Do you, Jeff?
No, Stroker.
Yeah,
because everybody had Stroker then because
it was the Cerro Vega van.
West.
It was a Cerro Vega van,
yeah,
but it had strokers in it. It had, I think they said
maybe Carlos Rodriguez.
Yeah,
Frias. I mean, it might have been Frias. He had a yellow van.
Yeah.
He had an Astro. It was a white van. No, it was a white van. I was talking about the Power Acoustic truck was yellow, but this was a white van, and it said Stroker in black going across the side.
Couldn't tell you. Yeah.
I was just curious because I know you've been around a long time.
I've been around a minute. I don't remember that vehicle. I do know. I don't know. Jeffrey, were you there when the Brazilians were there at Autorama?
I don't believe so.
Okay, so the Brazilians would come out there, and they would hook up all their cars with a bunch of sets of RCAs with splitters. and they would just all sit in the parking lot and just bang their cars, and they'd have all the Brazilian ladies dancing half
That's
nude. But they ended up getting kicked out because of alcohol. So you aren't allowed to bring in your own alcohol, obviously, to Autorama, because that's, they sell, what, $9 beers or whatever it is. And so they want you buying their $9 beers, not bringing your own $2 beers in. Anyway, yeah.
Well,
so they
if
got
you
kicked out.
go on TikTok, you can learn how to get a bottle of water, empty it, put it in your stuff, and seal it, and then they'll never know.
Well,
they'll never know.
It was fine until they got drunk off their ass, and then they were telling the cops to F off, and that's when they got kicked out. But no, you know what? They would come 20 cars deep every year to Autorama, and they wouldn't even compete or nothing. They would just sit over in the corner and just have a dance party with all their own stuff hooked up, RCAs, Y-ing, and stuff like that. I mean, it was actually pretty cool. Those guys did an awesome job. We weren't allowed to barbecue there, obviously, because they sell food. But we would have a party afterwards every Autorama. We'd go over to Applebee's or something.
Is this Autorama going to be a one-day event or two?
So this year, it looks like we're going to do it on Saturday the 30th or 31st, whatever Saturday is of April. And it will be a 2X event. And then next year, it will be back to the I got blurry there for a second. Next year, it will be a 2-day event, and it'll be a 5X weekend.
Don't lie, Doug. You were putting your filter on.
Yeah.
So you can look younger.
It didn't work. Yeah. So anyway, but next year it'll be a 2X on Saturday and a 3X on Sunday. So, but just so you guys know, I mean, that Autorama, we bring people from Washington. I mean, Surf City started because of Autorama. So Autorama, they came down, the guys who run Surf City up there came down to Autorama and go, dude, this is awesome. And that's kind of how they modeled their show. And that's why they consider Surf City a sister show to Autorama. And all the guys that went to Surf City used to come down to Autorama. And not only that, but we get guys from Washington, Utah, New Mexico, all would come to Autorama too.
Man, I tell you what, Lucky talked me into going to Surf City.
Yep.
Everything I heard about it and everybody that's been there, Ray and all them, and I finally made the trip last year. And I'll tell you what, I had a blast. And if any of you that know me seen my live feeds, you know I had a blast. but the thing about it, Lucky was saying, you think this is fun? Last year, it was like 3 times as large. And I could just imagine, how it is. And I look forward to going this year, especially with COVID kind of like on the back nine now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like really looking forward to it because it's something you have to experience, man.
So keep that in mind, the size of that, right? Now imagine Autorama was 3 times the size of what that year was of this last year.
Oh, I've been to Autorama a couple times. Yeah. It's huge. It's huge.
I mean, demos.
I've been there when you guys were doing it outside, and then the sheriffs came and were asking people to turn it down. They were like, "No, we got permits. Sorry for you."
That's right.
And they said, "No, we could do this." That's what the sheriff said. And I was actually standing by when they were trying to ask people.
Were you there when Rusty gave the demo to the sheriffs?
I didn't catch that.
Oh yeah, there's a video floating around of Rusty giving the sheriffs a demo one time. So.
No, I remember going there and Ray Mastis, the Blazer. I think Scott used to have the white one. Mm-hmm. He was there. Team SSC, of course, they've been around for a long time. I was going there because I knew Alex Chacon from Team SSC. Yep. So when Team I went,
SSC Alex.
Yeah, SSC Alex. So I was going there and I mean I remember when the sheriffs were actually asking people, you don't have to, but would you? And they were like, no. The people across the street and the apartments way down the street were calling the police and they couldn't do anything.
Nope.
It was nice. It was tight.
Yeah, so we actually got the permits to, I got an agreement that those sheriffs that don't like the base, they get put on a different part of the campus when we do our show. Mm-hmm. So, I do what I can. Like I said, I've been out there 19 years, so before I got shut down, and we'll be back.
Hey Jeffrey, are you going to come up for the Autorama show?
Not this year, I don't
Try
think.
to.
You think this year too?
It's February, isn't it?
No. Well,
normally
normally it is Thanksgiving or Valentine's weekend, but this year it's going to be April 30th or 31st, whatever that Saturday is. Just because COVID pushed it, and so they're doing it late this year. But next year, John Buck says we're ready to go. So, but anyway, yeah, no. So that's the Autorama's inviting us back. So that'll be my first show.
It's gonna be awesome.
And then
it'll be awesome because there's a lot of people building some big stuff in a lot of teams right now. I've seen some videos of some other local teams and members, and they got some loud. There's some 60s coming out.
Okay, and then we got Hollister coming up in what's that, like the 19th or 27th or 22nd or something like that of May, and that's kind of going to kick off the rest of the season to where we're starting to go Reno, Sacramento, Fresno again. You know, we'll start doing that.
Are you looking to do any shows at Milo's, or is this going to be the Lungsfords?
Well, we are trying to work something out over with Nyman, but stuff's not looking good at the moment. So, you know, you've got some personal stuff going on.
I'll give you a call. I have a new warehouse in an industrial area, and I'm going to see if I can get the green light to do something here. So I'm going to see how that works.
Okay, that sounds good to me. Anyway, hey, we're running up on the hour already. That seems like a short hour. And tonight I got to go bowl against. We'll say he's the local guy that he thinks he's really good. So
he's gonna learn today.
I don't know. I used to bowl him for money per game. We call them pot games. So it was real simple. You put up $50, you win, you take home 100. You lose, you go home with nothing, and you have to pay for the bowling games we just bowled. So, I bowled him that about 5 or 6 weeks in a row, and then he just quit coming. So now I get to bowl him again.
What average, Doug?
Huh?
What do you average? I'm curious. What do you average?
189.
Okay. All right. Guess you're pretty good.
Yeah. This weekend I averaged 248. But
what's your secret, Doug? I mean, what's the secret to being a good bowler?
Put money on the line.
He averages 289, not 189.
No,
don't let him fool you.
No, you put money on the line. That's the secret.
Yeah.
I get a little more focused. I get a little more focused.
He's probably got a bowling alley in his house, in the garage.
Dude, I'd so love to have one.
Yeah, he's a shark. Don't trust him.
They don't around here anymore. It's hard for me to pick up pot games anymore. Nobody wants to bowl me.
You go around town trying to sell what's that? The
encyclopedias. All I know is I was going to San Jose every Wednesday night for like 5-6 weeks, and then all of a sudden they stopped inviting me. I was like,
"Yeah,
that
sucks."
Happen. And everybody tells me, "Hey, you gotta let them win sometimes." I go, "No, I don't." If they did,
that's why you're not going back.
I know.
You gotta lose once in a while. Man.
I don't like losing.
Why don't you just pretend like you're doing beat the boss? You'll lose all the time.
I think not. All right. Anyway, hey, we're rolling up on the hour here. So, Dave, what do we got for you coming up? What can I do? I mean, I know there's stickers still sitting in the back of my car waiting for you.
I know. I need to get with you. My team has been drilling me about that. It's been bugging me, and
every day I'm in Sacramento.
Yeah, I'll give you a call after this.
Right.
Right now, don't have much going on. I know teammates were looking to get together, possibly do a fundraiser show for the diabetic society. Or Sean had a great idea. That was Sean and Janet. So we're in talks with that, getting the team together, so we can get a judge and everything like that. So that's about it. We're just building and trying to get everything ready for the season. Everybody's just building and breaking stuff before the season even starts. So there's nothing really going on. We're just patching holes and everything like that. And,
How's their season, the other orgs? Are they pretty much Like when do they start? When do they finish?
They've already started.
Right.
I already have my points for state and world finals. I already qualified there, so I actually can go the rest of the year not competing in that word in Alaska. Mecca, I just started. I've only done 2 shows. I had 3X and the 2X, so I got 50 points there or something.
So
I don't
they're
know
in
what
full swing right there. It's not
pretty
like they're
much,
winding
yeah. I've seen
down,
everybody in
starting
full
up.
swing. Yeah,
Yeah.
they've already
Welcome
had
to
3Xs
California.
and 2Xs. You know, IDBL was an introductory thing, and I know that they're looking to kind of come in the Oregon, Northern California type thing. And then you guys are going to kick it off, so it's going to be a busy season for a lot of teams, including ours.
Yep.
Because it's going to be a show here on the week, and the next week be a show here, and then by the time the following week probably be another show in Reno. And
Yep.
so you better start bagging your lunches now, because meal prepping, because it's going to be pretty busy once DB drag gets in full effect and the other orgs are going. It's going to be busy for everybody.
All right, Jeffrey, what's going on for you?
Couple weeks out here at Grapevine, Texas.
Again?
Crossfire's sponsoring an event. A DB drag racing event. If you're out in the area, Dallas, Fort Worth area, come check it out. It's in Grapevine, Texas. Crossfire headquarters. You might be able to check out, get a little tour if you want to. Maybe.
Win the boss's money?
Yeah. Win Roger's money. He likes to kick down some money at these events too. So I mean, there's a guy who's been winning it like month after month, and and I was asking him, man, what are you gonna do with all this money? And he's like, oh, I'm gonna put a down payment on some Neos. Hey, they're making it work for themselves. So I guess that's a good thing. Oh, and what I wanted to mention was we got a guy. His name is Julius Mac Johnson III. He's pretty much points leader right now in like DB drag, base race, top dog, what is it, cyclone, and like basically all the different formats except for maybe one. But he comes out to the shows, and is a hardcore competitor as well. So I think last week he was at Robert Coller's show out in Florida. Yeah.
Coller's call out.
Wow, you went way out there.
Yeah, so I mean, you want to talk about some dudes?
There's a guy you better watch out for. What's his name? Points leader last year?
Lucky McGovern?
No, Lucky was right underneath of him.
Cowell. Right.
Cowell.
Yeah, we had him on the show.
Yeah, once DB drag starts going to full effect, this guy's gonna skyrocket, because they throw 3Xs out there like crazy, and he's usually at all.
I don't know this guy though, Julius. He was in Vegas one weekend. He did the show. I think he was even at the SEMA show. So I think he's just like so far out in the lead right now that I don't know.
It's gonna be interesting.
Oh,
it'll be interesting.
So.
He might have to come here and see how he does against California guys.
I'll suggest it to him. I'll run it by him. I'll say, hey, you need to go to Cali and see how those dudes do it. So.
Let's see how they get down with top dog and base race and whatnot.
I'll jump on the lanes then if he comes.
Oh, there you go.
And for me, I got coming up, obviously, we have the Hollister event. I can't remember if it's the 27th or 21st, something like that, of May. And then also potentially April 30th. That's Saturday. And we'll be doing the Autorama thing at Cal Expo right there downtown Sacramento area. Other than that, I'm trying to get good at bowling so I can take the next 6 months off to do DB drag,
Yeah, must be nice.
I just seen a comment where he said, bring him out to Cali. I'll take him on in base racing. I'm already going to grab the big dog, Chris Jenner. I'm going to grab Chris Jenner and throw him in the top dog lane and be like, get him, boy. That's my pit bull right there. Chris Jenner's the pit bull.
Dude, he's brutal in the lanes.
Oh, he's brutal, man.
He is not easy to beat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Top dog.
Top dog and base
he's a
race.
Monster, bro.
Yeah.
He's base race and top dog.
Yes.
I just want to throw him in one so I can have some action on the other,
He's gonna be your horse. You're gonna back him.
Yeah, that's my dude. Yeah, we're gonna call it the shake and bake.
So, hey guys, once again, I'd like to thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for everybody. Sorry about the technical difficulties at the beginning. Yeah, we had brand new programming, and I should have checked it before we went live. Instead, I was not bright and didn't do that. But once again, I'd like to thank you guys for joining us. I'd like to thank my co-host, Jeffrey Fernandez, doing a great job as always. Dave Bradshaw, you're always a hoot to have on the show and fun to talk
just
to.
anybody that got some 6x9s in the car, if you want to be on Team Send It and you got a
That's
two
right.
radio, come join us.
That's right. We need more Send It. So, but you got to be willing to blow them 6x9s up.
Yeah, exactly, man. Got to have them 6x9s a pumping.
Yep. So, but anyway, hey guys, I got to get going. But I do appreciate you guys being on tonight. I think we had a good show once again. Tomorrow morning, I'll get this thing all uploaded to iHeart and iTunes and all that stuff. So you guys can look for it then tomorrow morning. But once again, thank you guys for coming in. We'll be again next week at 5:30 p.m. California time, the only time that matters, as always. But we'll be here again with another new guest. We'll see who we're going to get. I'm working on a couple of manufacturers, and hopefully I can pull one of those guys in. If not, we may pull Ricky Garcia and talk about his development from being a little kid in diapers running around in the lanes to now being a national competitor with a
being loud,
being
extremely loud,
yes,
being unnecessarily loud.
That's just because you can't beat him.
I can't, man. Right now, he's loud, down to pound. That's my buddies, man.
Yes. So, but anyway, so we may get him instead. So, anyway, once again, guys, thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of the show, and we will see you guys. Oh, remember, we're always looking for sponsors. No $100 is too small, as Lucky would say, at Sonic FX or $Sonic FX. Right down below me here and right down below Jeffrey there, we got a place we can put a sponsor. If there's a sponsor who wants to be part of this show, we'll take them on too. Also, share and like this. And if you guys do go to a show, bring somebody with you. If you bring somebody with you to every show, as Wayne Harris said, you will double participation every year.
Yeah, buddy.
So once again, please come out and see us at our next shows. If you guys see Dave Bradshaw, Dave's easy to approach. All you have to do is stick your hand out, and he'll hand you a Team Send It shirt. You'll be on that team before he even says hi. So, hey, we forgot to mention that Dave took third in the hot dog eating contest this last week. I saw all the.
Oh yeah, that's right. And Lucky took first and second.
That's right. Dog gobbler Lucky.
I had to pull Lucky off himself. Love you, bro. That's my bro.
All right, guys. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for being here, and hope to catch you next week on This Week in Car Audio. We out.